everybody.
Wherever you want.
Everybody.
Whenever you're ready.
Ready? All right. All right, Coach, congrats. 2 run rule wins to start out the season there. Just give me your overall thoughts on the day.
I thought I liked how we stayed composed. I do think that we scored 3 runs in the first inning, but I think defensively in the circle we started off a little bit slow, but I appreciate how composed we stayed, how under control it felt, and then once we had like a little bloop and a blast and kind of got the game going, it was a lot of fun and it looked like night softball.
In the 2 games, you outscored the opponents 19-3. How big is it to start a season off like that?
I think it's really big to be able to do that. Have the big lead in the game like we did, and be able to move around, steal some bases, play some different positions. We have a lot of depth in our lineup, and so to be able to move some people around and figure out what it looks like is a good thing. So if we score a lot of runs and we keep them from scoring a lot of runs, that usually bodes well for us.
What was the attitude in the dugout like going into that fourth inning in that second game?
Yeah, well, I asked Coach Becca, I said, hey, what's going to happen? She said, well, I feel good about the 4th inning. I love the 4th inning. But we just talked to them, and I mean, I'll tell you what I said. They were throwing us a lot of change-ups, and I think that our queen, Sarah Willis, has one of the best change-ups in the game. And their hitter hit one pretty deep. And I said, we got to protect and defend Sarah Willis. They just took her change-up there pretty deep, so why aren't we doing that? And then they showed me.
Speaking of the freshmen there, Del Hoyo had a great base running both games, and especially that run against where she pretty much dared the outfielder to throw and decided, I'm going to go. Obviously, you have CeCe Humphrey starting, contributing. Kylie Strout got some innings. Just talk about the youngsters, the freshmen, talented and contributing in both games.
Yeah, we have a special situation with the amount of seniors we have, 11, and then these really talented freshmen. And just like you said, someone asked me what was the momentum changer for us, and I thought it was Sammy Del Hoyo's base running. She listened with her back to me, and I was just like, stay out there. All right, we're going, and she took it all the way. So for her to just have that confidence, we're down a run, it's her second appearance on the bases, is pretty special. And I think it goes back to how strong we play in practice. And so that's what we've really been preaching and talking about is they have been most prepared because they're playing against some of the best softball players every day in practice. But the freshman class, they're composed, they're silly, they're crazy, they take risks, and they have some great leaders to watch too.
How did it feel to see Jada Cody get second on program history and home runs with the 33rd?
Yeah, it's. I have a feeling that this year is going to be a lot of highlights like that, but it was great to see her just swing easy and free and figure some things out, because she had some at bats there where she was lacing balls right at people, and so to get to see her kind of get the result that she did there was pretty fun. She's worked hard for, it feels like, a lot of years. It's her 5th year here, so to see her accomplish what she's done here has been pretty remarkable.
Coach, you just mentioned the 11 seniors earlier. What type of impact have they had on the team so far, and on the freshmen and the young kids on the team?
Yeah, I think right away what you got to see out there, we looked loose, we were having fun, we were smiling even when we were down 1-0. So having an experience like that and staying composed is huge. And the maturity that they bring is again, I can't just talk about it enough, because you're going to need it for all of the different things that we're going to go through this year, whether it's travel, the Big 12 Conference, playing a night game, playing in different tournaments. They are so seasoned and experienced, and it's been fun to watch and fun to follow.
How did it feel to see Anita come in and get some
Well, that's Angelina, the Miss Annoyer is what I call her, right? They were getting bats on balls and getting on, and she just comes in and says, "I'm gonna get here. We go, 1, 2, 3, get you out of it," and then just took control of the game the rest of the game. So I love that Angelina's really grown into who she is. Doesn't try to be anybody else, and she's the tallest 5'2" person I know. But I just love how she's awesome with that. You know, she's okay with the velocity that she has. She loves mixing things, and her spot percentage tonight, I'm excited to see what that looks like, because it looked pretty darn good from here. She was definitely showing off her art today.
Coach, obviously, I know it's soon, unfortunately. Do you know anything about Jasmine Williams' injury?
Yeah, we'll find out. And, you know, again, that was my decision of her hand was hurting a little bit, but, you know, I'm going to hold her back because we can, right? If we were in a different situation, maybe we would just continue to keep throwing her out there, but we're in a position where we have a lot of depth, and, you know, we have 11 seniors, and we talk about that. Their bodies have been through a lot, and so to be able to give people breaks and rest is going to be huge for this year, to be able to go through not only the travel, the schedule, but the opponents that we play. We're going to need everyone on the team.
What were the thoughts behind having Sona pitch the first game and then Sarah Willis go in the second?
Yeah. Well, you got to see all 4 seniors tonight, and I think that was my goal, was to let the seniors lead and kind of show the way. And so you got to see basically all the seniors in the game this evening in some sort of fashion. But just, you know, rolling with it. They're 2 of our hitting pitchers that I told them you might not hit a lot this weekend, and that's okay, because we're trying to figure some things out, and pitching comes first. But you're going to see them really play a role in different ways than just in the circle. And so I have a lot of faith in both of them, and I like going with some power pitching as often as we can.
On that note, what is your biggest takeaway from the pitching perspective, and what do you want this team to take with them as they go through the rest of this opening weekend?
I want to attack the hitters a little bit more. I think we can do better with that. And again, I think we started off a little slow, but we had some big moments in you know, key times of runners on and getting the strikeout when we needed it. Grace coming in and, you know, striking out that batter to end the inning. And then just watching the fist pump, you know, and getting her fellow teammate out of a jam is huge. But we know that what we want to do and where we want to go, our pitching is going to have to be better than it started off tonight. But again, it's day 1, game 1 and 2. Thought it was pretty good.
Thanks, Coach.
Thanks.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Thanks, Coach.